appreciate you.
Good morning, my name's Trevor. Welcome back to the Vette YouTube channel. Today we are showing you just how bad the roads actually were here in Hutchinson, Kansas, all the way to McPherson while we drive on them to go pick up some of our children. First, we've got to stop and get some food because you got to have some good eats before you hit the road, especially when you know it's going to be a long drive. So now we're all full, got some food, we hit the road, and we're running, not really running, but we're using our caution, going nice and slow. We've already got the Jeep in 4 high just to be safe. And we're going, I know it looks like we're going fast, but we were in 4 high on the way there, and on 4 low on the way home. So we were doing 30 miles per hour tops. And the slowest that we had to go was when we went into some snow drifts. You guys see that later on. But we went into those about 10 miles an hour. Now here's the thing about driving on this stuff. There's people in Alaska that do this every single day of their lives. And all you gotta do is go slow. As you see, that car flew past us. I'm pretty sure that they were doing at least 60 or 70, which the speed limit on this road is 70. And up ahead here, the road is closed off because it hasn't been cleared at all. Reno County did an amazing job at getting the roads going, getting them cleared, getting them clean. We passed one snow plow. You guys seen that in the beginning, and he was busy plowing the snow away. Plenty of semis and other cars also on the road. But the best part that we didn't record is we passed the ambulance who's driving, and they smiled and they waved. They're like, oh, hey, you guys are in Jeep, you're good to go. And here's the proof of the pudding. We were perfectly fine to get on the road, safe and sound, no troubles at all. And so the roads, as you can see, some parts of them are actually pretty clear, like just there. Most of it though is covered in ice. And so here's Inman. When we get to Inman, and this is the point where we're trying to decide, okay, is that road closed? Yeah, we're going to stay off of it. We're going to find another open road, which I grew up around these parts of Kansas, so I know the back ways that were not closed and how to get through them. And here we go. We're hitting the road outside of Inman, and this is going to take us all the way to another street that's going to take us straight into McPherson. And so that's what we ended up doing. This road right now is not bad at all. Like, honestly, it's probably even better than the highway. However, as you'll see later on when we come back through, it was not that great. Because the wind had started blowing, and those snow drifts that you're seeing on the left side of the road, they were covering quite a bit more of the road at that point. But all in all, going 20 to 30 miles an hour on this stuff. Here's our turn to go left, and now we're gonna go straight into McPherson. It wasn't bad at all. We even stopped up here. We had seen that there was a guy, his truck, he just happened to miss his driveway, which, you know, in this kind of weather, it happens. The snow covers so much that you just miss your drive. So right there you see him. We stopped, we got out, asked him like, hey, you need some help? We'll help pull you out. But he's like, no, it's okay, I've got a tractor coming. So we got back in the Jeep and hit the road again. And during this time, we're still like, hey, you know, if we need to turn around now, like, we can still turn around. But we both had this feeling. God's like, hey, I got you. You guys are safe. And no matter what we face, we know that at the end of the day, Jesus has us and we have Jesus. And I'm grateful and so thankful for that. If you guys want to get to know Jesus, let me know. Drop some comments down below. I'll be glad to help you out, because he has provided so much. So here's a part where, like, alright, what's next? This right here happened to be one of the worst spots, purely because the snow drifts were just so high. But as you've seen, the Jeep did it like it was cutting through butter. I mean, absolutely clean. And then we get into McPherson to where we need to go pick up the boys. And some of these roads hadn't even been driven on. As you'll see right up here, yes, somebody's been driving there, but nobody has driven on this road yet. And we arrive at our destination. And so from there, we wait to get the boys, and it was quite a pickle, but we got it handled, we got it taken care of, thanks to the officers in McPherson for helping out and understanding. They thankfully didn't have to get out in this and come assist. They were able to do it all just by phone calls. So we hit the road, and look at that, pitch black. And this all could have been avoided had we just had others done what they needed to do. But like I said, we got a Jeep. I know how to drive, Jessica knows how to drive. We know how to do it safely, and we're not afraid to get out in a little bit of snow. So we just go back home the same way that we came, and you actually see those lights up there ahead of us, and that's a plow truck. So we're keeping a good distance so that we're not getting all that stuff just blown straight onto the Jeep. Yes, I understand that that salt and all that's gonna still be on the Jeep, but if you're right behind them, it's gonna be a lot worse than if you stay a little bit back and let it hit the road and soak into it. And so that's what we did, and I actually it's pretty funny, I ended up taking a wrong turn onto a dirt road, which is not where we wanted to go, but I did it anyways, and we ended up backing up. You'll see that here in just a little while. And so we're still doing, I want to say 25 at this point, 25 miles per hour on the way home. And it's not bad at all. And we don't even have our brights on, because when it's snowing and the snow is blowing, there's that dirt road, if you turn on your brights, you're just gonna blind yourself. So these are just our normal headlights and our fog lights, and they're doing tremendous. Absolutely incredible. I love them. They're Oxytil lights. Check our website to save yourself 15% off of all those orders with code ArcticVette. Now here we are again back on Cherokee Road. This is what I was telling you guys. You can see the wind is just blowing that stuff straight across, and the snow drifts have definitely come over more into the I guess it would be, what would it be, eastbound lane, but we're going westbound. Look at those drifts. I mean, we were going slow, so we had a little bit of fun and went into them, because you're in a Jeep, why not? It's not gonna hurt anything. And we made it home. I'm here making the video today when everybody's closed, everything's closed, and this is why things are closed, because the roads, yeah, they're bad, but if you know how to drive, and you know how to drive safely, you go slow, you take your time, use your precaution, use the discernment that God gave you, you'll be just fine. See, we just went back through Inman again, and we're gonna hit 61 off the highway here. There we go. And as you can see, there are already other cars on the highway going too. And we ended up on our way, when we get a little closer to Hutch, we actually passed the sheriff, who was just driving, checking the highway, making sure there's nobody stranded. And of course, if we would have seen anybody stranded, that would have been our first thing. So we would have stopped and said, hey, do y'all need some help? We got some water, we got some drinks, we got some blankets. We were prepared. We had a shovel and everything ready to go, because we knew, hey, there's a chance that somebody's gonna need help, and we'll be able to help them. That's just who we are. That's how it works. That's, what would Jesus do? Matthew 7:12. So what you want others to do to you, also do to them, for this is the law and the prophets. That's a semi on the road that just went past. We seen a bunch of semis, and again, they're just going slow, taking their time, and they're not ending up in the ditch. We didn't even spin at all through our whole trip, and it took us an hour to get there and about an hour to get back home. Typically this drive is 30 minutes, but I know you can make it faster, because I was a kid once and I didn't know how to drive, And well, I paid some pretty hefty prices for that. I got a lot of tickets. And then I learned to drive, and I learned to drive properly. So here we are, arriving back in Hutch, back in town. Everything's perfect, sounds looking great. And we're heading home. It's on our way home. So that's it, guys. You just be safe and sound on the road. Take your time. Don't be in a rush, and you're gonna make it wherever you're trying to go, no matter the weather. If you guys enjoy this video, click that like button. Don't forget to click the red subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one. Have a great night. God bless y'all.